Hi everyone, Mrs. Newmeyer here, back with you for week 3 science projects, hands-on projects. We are going to be talking today about the largest organ in our body. Can you think of what it might be? If you said skin, you're correct. Now, probably a lot of you said things like, maybe it's the spleen, or the liver, or the lungs, or something else. Did you know that the skin is our largest organ in our body? And that's what we're going to learn. All right, so we're going to be in our Janice VanCleave book today. We are going to be doing experiment number 74 called Fingerprints. Now, on our hands, we all have fingerprints on each of our fingers. So what questions do we have about that for our scientific process? We're going to start with asking some questions. Some questions might be like, why do we have fingerprints? How? What makes them? How it forms them? And are they different? Now, I know that they're different for me than they are for you. Everyone has a different set of fingerprints. But are they different on my fingers? Are all my fingerprints the same? Or are they different? Can you think of other questions you might have about our fingerprints? My question today is going to be, are the fingerprint patterns on each of my fingers the same? All right, so let's start off with our research. Our next step in our scientific process is to do some research. Let's see what we can find out. Now, our skin looks like this. This is someone who did a drawing of what happens underneath our skin. So imagine, here's the top part of our skin, the part that we see. This is what's underneath it. And here you can even see a hair follicle. So that's how close up we're looking at here in this picture. Now, there's two different layers. We've got the epidermis, which is the part on top, the part that we see, and then the deeper underlying part called the dermis. Now for today, what I want us to look at is, look at these ridges and these bumps on the dermis. See, the purple part is the dermis in this picture. Bumps and ridges, and then the epidermis is over the top. Now, it's kind of like when you make your bed, and say you've got a stuffed animal under there, and you're trying to make your bed and you're trying to flatten out your sheet, but you can't because it's bumpy. That's because there's something underneath. That's the same thing with our epidermis. The epidermis is like our sheet, and the dermis is the underlying part that it's actually not flat. There are bumps and ridges in it. So when we put the epidermis on top of that ridgy part, we have a top layer that reflects those bumps that are underneath. And that's where we get our fingerprints. Now, each of us, like I said, has a unique set of fingerprints. Did you know that those fingerprints develop when we're just 3 months inside of the womb of our mothers? Isn't that amazing? It's like God created us and He knows us, and we're each individually made, so unique, each made in His image, and unique characteristics to each of us that at 3 months, we even have the fingerprints that we're going to have for the rest of our lives. So let me read you this verse. In Psalms 139:13, it says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb." And this is one of the ways that God has knit us together in His womb, is He made us with our fingerprints. All right, so we're going to take a look at how those fingerprints might look on our fingers with our experiment today. So let's start first with our hypothesis. So we have our research question, our scientific question, and then we did our research. Now we have our hypothesis to develop. So my question was, are there fingerprint patterns on each of my fingers the same? So my hypothesis, which is what again? Bing! An idea we can test. So what's our idea that we could test that has to go with this question? Yes, my hypothesis would probably either be that my fingerprint patterns are the same or my fingerprint patterns are different? Maybe we need to do a little bit more research to figure out what do we mean by different and the same before we can develop our hypothesis. Let's take a look at this. Now, here is a picture of some different fingerprints. Now you'll see that they can look differently. So the ones with an arch, there's one there with a loop, and there's one with a whirl. So I guess it tells us that fingerprints can be different, right? We already know and we already learned from our research that each person has different ones, but I wonder what mine look like, and will my different fingers look the same or will they look different? So what's your hypothesis? Yes, they will all look the same or they'll look different. Write your hypothesis down and then we'll do our experiment. All right, for my hypothesis, I'm going to hypothesize that my fingerprints are going to look the same. Now, maybe you have a different hypothesis. Maybe your hypothesis is that they're going to look different. Now, we'll have to do our experiment to find out what the results will show. All right, so get our materials out for our experiment. We'll need a piece of paper, just a blank piece of paper here, and then a second piece of paper. Now, what I like to do for this experiment is I like to trace my hand, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at our fingerprints. And so for me to remember which finger it belonged to, I'm going to trace my hand, and then when we do our experiment, I'm going to put my fingerprints there corresponding with where those are on my piece of paper to my actual hand. So I traced that like this, so just go along the edge and then go ahead and do that. You can pause the video and then come on back. Next, you'll need a roll of tape. I've already got 5 pieces of tape ready to go here. So go ahead and do that. Get your 5 pieces of tape ready to go, or you can do them one at a time, your choice. What we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of paper, our blank piece of paper, not the one with the hand, but the blank one, and take your pencil. Let me put this on my clipboard here and show you. We're going to go like this, and we're going to get as much lead on the paper as we can, because that's going to be our material we're going to use to get our fingerprints. So we'll go like this, nice and deep, nice and dark. I have it laying on the side to do it. All right, and once you've got lots of lead there on the paper, take your finger. Now I traced my left hand, so that's the one I'm going to use. I'm going to start with my pointer finger, and I'm going to rub it on there. Get lots of ink on my finger, or lead I should say. Rub, 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 rub on there. How's it look? Okay, looking pretty good. I've got quite a bit on there. So then I'm going to take my first piece of tape. Now I'm remembering it's my pointer finger first. You can choose which finger you want to do, but if you want to follow along with me, we're doing the pointer finger first. I'm taping it onto my finger here, leaving the sides. So then I can pull it off like that. Now, on here, I have an impression of my fingerprint. Now, I'm going to get my piece of paper that I drew my hand on, and I'm going to put it on the pointer finger slot like that. That is my pointer finger fingerprint. See that? Okay, so we're going to keep going. If you need more lead, go ahead and get more lead and go with your next finger. I'm going to go with my middle finger next. I'm going to rub it on there. Get it nice and full of lead. All right, let's see. Whoop, there we go. All right, I think it's ready to go. My next piece of tape, put it on my finger like that. Got the lead on there, and then I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to put it on my piece of paper. And there's my middle finger fingerprint. All right, now continue with all 5 of your fingers and put them on the page just like we did. So repeat so you can get all 5 of your fingers on there, and we'll look and see what our results are. Once you have all 5 of your fingers done, make sure you wash your hands because it gets a little messy if you want to touch things after this. So wash your hands, make sure they're nice and clean, and then we'll look at our results. Here are my results, all 5 fingers. Now, we're going to look at these even more closely now that we have our fingerprints down. We're going to look at them with a magnifying glass so we can look and see what the patterns look like on your fingers. Do they look the same or they look different? Now, remember the different types I showed you in the book before? Let's get those out again. So what you can be looking for in your observations are, do you see arches? Do you see loops? Or do you see a whorl? What do you see on your fingers? So let's get our magnifying glasses out and let's observe what we see. Ooh, I think I see an arch here. Another arch, another arch. Oh, wow, okay, and in mine, I am seeing arches. What are you seeing? Are you seeing swirls, arches? Which one? All right, take some time to observe. Really look carefully at what you see in each of your fingerprints and see whether our hypothesis was correct or maybe we need to alter and our observations will show a different result. One thing I forgot to mention, make sure you write your name on your piece of paper so that you can take this home with you or you can save it and remember that it was your hand and your fingerprints that you are able to record here as part of our scientific experiment. Now, your fingerprints do not change over time. These will be the fingerprints you will have with you for the rest of your life. They were there when you were a baby in your mother's womb, and they will be with you for the rest of your life. Even if you get a cut, they will still be there because, as you saw on our picture, the upper layer is our epidermis, and sometimes even if there's a cut or something like that, it doesn't affect the bottom layer, the dermis, where it actually makes those fingerprints. So we'll stay with those fingerprints for the rest of our lives, even if we get a cut or something happens to our fingers where we maybe it looks like maybe they're going to change. But they come back. They stay the same. Back to our lab sheet now. We did our experiment. What did we observe? It's time for analysis. What did we observe with our fingerprints? What did you see? Were they all the same or were they different? Well, when I looked at mine, all my fingerprints had the same type of pattern. So my hypothesis was that they would be the same. And so my analysis confirms my hypothesis that yes, my fingerprints were all the same. They had the same sort of pattern. I was able to observe that under my magnifying glass. I could identify each of them, that they looked the same. And so our conclusion is that our fingerprints all have the same pattern on each of our fingers. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Well, thanks for joining me today for our week 3 hands-on science experiment. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.